a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 20.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Dobbins.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Dobbins, the ball.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Six yards left on second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
This is taken at about the 14. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Dobbins. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll look to run with Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
4th down and goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
35-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Mac Wilson.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
To J.K. Dobbins. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Jackson from the shotgun, looking for the end zone. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield going deep here for Landry. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Ravens take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sione Takitaki. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pass intercepted.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move.